Hi, I am Bhavik Thakkar. Welcome to Bititude. If you are more comfortable with Hindi language, please hit the I button and it will take you to the Hindi version of the exact same video. And if you are comfortable with English, let's carry on. Well, in this particular video, we are going to discuss about a very important type of question that is actually asked in any competitive exam. The question goes something like this. You will be given the information that some fraction of the mixture is actually withdrawn and is replaced by water or maybe one of the liquids that is already present in that particular mixture. Now, there are various varieties of questions that are actually asked in the exam, like how much does the vessel hold, or what fraction of the mixture is actually withdrawn, or how much liter of the mixture is actually withdrawn, the absolute quantity. As there are this kind of varieties of questions, students actually get confused how to answer this question, because the traditional method, the equation method, would be much longer and it is not feasible to be used in this kind of the competitive exam. Then they try to search the shortcuts. They go to the YouTube videos, they go to various books, and this is what they find. They find either alligation mixture method can be used or some number imagination method can be used. This is what you will find. Now, the problem is, once the questions are simple enough, this is going to be okay. But when the questions are going to be much complicated, even these methods are not going to be easy to apply there. So, in this particular situation, a Hindi proverb actually comes into my mind that says, "Bagal mein chhora, gaon mein dhindora." So, what happens is, there is actually an amazing method right under your nose. It is there for the whole time. But because it is very difficult to look just under your nose, right? Just try it like that. It will be very difficult. And that is the thing. So, you don't know. So, what Bititude method exactly does? Bititude actually gives you the mirror so that you can actually watch what is under your nose. Jokes apart, actually Bititude method is nothing else. Bititude shortcut is nothing else but giving you the conceptual clarity. So, we give you the conceptual clarity in such a manner that you grasp the concept in its real sense, so that you can actually visualize the concept crystal clear, and then you can use the very basic method that you already have and you can answer those questions much easily. Now, another great thing about this particular method is that you can actually answer those questions much quicker than your competitor. So, it's not going to be only easy, it's also going to be very efficient. So, now I know one thing for sure, you have got a very nice smile under your nose. Just give it to me, because today we are going to learn something very interesting. So, let me raise the curtain from the secret. Let me really expose the secret that what exactly is that method that we are going to use to solve this kind of the questions. The method is called nothing but multiplying factor method. The name looks very fancy, but the method is pretty easy and you already know it. Actually, the thing is that I have made some percentage videos and the playlist is already there in our Bititude channel. You can actually hit the I button, go to that playlist, and third video is the one where you will be able to find this particular method in detail. But actually it is very easy. I can actually give you the brief right now what exactly this multiplying factor method is. As the name suggests, whenever there is a proportional change, it gives us an idea our number must be multiplied with which factor, right? So, for every proportional change, it is very easy to understand. For example, if I am saying my number is decreased by 1/3. Now, what does that mean? Your number, say for example, it is x, is multiplied by what? If it is decreased by 1/3, can I say it is actually getting multiplied by 2/3? Fair enough, very simple to understand, right? If I am saying my number is actually decreased by 2/5, that means my number is actually getting multiplied by 3/5. Fair enough, are you getting this? Original number is 1 in a fraction. So, if it is actually decreasing by 1/3, so 1 minus 1/3, it is nothing but getting to 2/3 of its original value. So, if a number is decreasing by 2/5, That means 1 minus 2 by 5, it is getting multiplied by 3 by 5. This is what the number would be after getting reduced by 2/5. Fair enough. Are you getting this? Again, if I am saying my number is getting reduced by 3/7, that means my number is actually now 4 by 7 of the original. Fair enough. And actually it's the vice versa mechanism. I mean, you should be able to understand from the other way also. That means if I am saying that my number is getting multiplied by 2 by 3, what does that mean? It is getting reduced by 1 by 3, right? So that way also you must be able to interpret it. So if I am saying my number is getting multiplied by 3 by 5, that means it is getting increased or decreased. Obviously, because this is less than 1, it is getting decreased. How much? 2/5. My number is reduced by 2/5. So if we can understand only this much, this is what I call multiplying factor method, which is very easy. If you can actually understand this much, these particular kind of questions are going to be a cakewalk. Okay, so let us understand how exactly our multiplying factor method will be applied to mixture replacement questions. Alright, look, let us take an example to understand this. Say for example, there is a mixture of milk and water of 100 liter in which there is 20% water, that means remaining 80% is milk. Now, listen carefully. If the data is 10% of this mixture is actually replaced with water, how do you visualize it? And that is where lies the secret. Try to understand. This is the most important part of this particular logic. So, let us actually visualize right now. 100 liters with 20% water. So, 20 liter is water, 80%, that is 80 liters is milk. Now, 10% of mixture, that is 10% of 100. 10 liters are actually removed, they are withdrawn, and then later it is replaced with water. So now when it is withdrawn, visualize it. How much of the milk and how much of the water will be withdrawn out of this 10? Would it be 5 liter each? Would it be 7 and 3? Would it be 3 and 7? What exactly it would be? You guessed it right. It has to be 8 and 2, right? Because if 10%, because you know that milk and water is actually thoroughly mixed. You cannot just take milk out of it or water. You cannot actually separate them, right? So because it is thoroughly mixed, if 10% of mixture is withdrawn, 10% of milk and 10% of water will also be withdrawn. That is how it will be 10 as well. We can understand that. So now understand further. This will be 72 liters. This will be 18 liters. Now water, because this 10 liter is actually replaced by water. So there are actually two changes in water. Are you getting it? Now it will become 28. So it will be actually difficult to track what is happening by understanding what the change is being done in water. It will be difficult. Rather, you should try to track what is happening with milk. Are you getting it? Why? Because there are two changes. It's difficult to track. There is only one change here because it is not being replaced by milk, it is replaced by water. So in this kind of a question, only understand the other part which is not being replaced. Go for that particular liquid. So here that liquid is milk. Look how it is easy. Even if we don't know this, if we are given that there is mixture of 100 in which it is 80 and 20 and we are not given anything, and if we are said that later it is 72 and 28 when some part of the mixture is replaced with water, what we will do? We will not go for here. Will not be able to understand anything from 20 to 28. What is happening? That means what? How much of the mixture will be withdrawn? Will not be able to understand that. But if we see here, it has become from 80 to 72. That means it is reduced by 8, 10%. That means 10% of mixture was also withdrawn. Are you getting this? This is the catch. What is the catch? Again, if 1/3 of the mixture is withdrawn, then milk will also be reduced by 1/3. If 20%, it's the same 1/5. Say for example, 37% of the mixture is withdrawn, then water is also getting reduced by 37%. It's the same. Here the change is difference. So don't try to track what is happening from this. Always track it from the other liquid which is not being replaced. Is this simple? Let us try to understand. If we know two basic things, what is multiplying factor and this particular fact that by whatever fraction the mixture is getting reduced, exactly by the same fraction, the liquid which is not being replaced is reduced. Let us try to figure out this particular thing with the sums. Alright then, look, you can always pause the video and try to solve it on your own first. Alright, how will we actually solve this? Just try to understand. How I will see to it is, ultimately we are supposed to find out what percentage of mixture is milk. Now when we are supposed to find out percentage, this does not make any sense. There is no need to use it. Let us assume, because it was full, right? Full of milk. Let us assume 1 as a fraction. It was full of milk. That means there was 1 milk. Now 20% is removed and replaced with water. So that means we will not try to track it with water. We will think about milk. Milk was 1, right? Now understand, 20% is 1/5. When 1/5 is removed, that means how much is left? 4/5. So milk will be 4/5 now. And this process is repeated for 3 more times. So that means into 4/5, because milk is never replaced. It will go on reducing and reducing with every repetitive process. So it will be into 4/5 into 4/5. So this is how much the milk will be after all. And that is what the question is, what percentage of mixture is milk? So milk would now be 256 by 625. And the question is actually in percentage. So you can simply multiply it with 100. 25 4s are 25 into 25. So it is actually 1024 divided by 25. This much percent, and this is pretty easy, right? 25 stable, 25 4s are 124. That means 24 by 25%. So which is actually 40.96. Depends how the option is, right? So it is actually 24 by 25%, or maybe 24 by 25 is exactly multiply both by 4, 96 by 100, 0.96. So 40.96%. As simple as that, right? So this is how easily, actually you are not going to write anything like this. You will directly understand 1/5, that means 4/5, 4 times 4⁴, 5⁴. You will directly write this figure. In your mind, this thing will be done in your mind. In real exam, you will directly write this figure and into 100, and that's it. Some calculation, 20-second task at the most. Fine. Once you understand the question, within 5 to 7 seconds, 20 further seconds should be invested and you will be there with your answer. Fair enough? Let's go to the next one. Again, you can pause this video, because that is how you learn. Once you think first and then you understand what I am doing, that is the way you learn the best. Alright then. Again, vessel is filled with alcohol. So full alcohol is there, you can say 1. 25% of its content is removed and then filled up with water. So it is replaced by water. Don't touch water. Don't track it from water. We can always track it from alcohol. So alcohol was 1. 25% is 1/4 is removed. So 3/4 is left. This particular process is done 4 times in succession. So similar 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you are not supposed 3⁴ and 4⁴. We know it, but I'm just writing it right now because I'm explaining. Alright. What percent of the mixture is water? So don't think that because what percentage of water mixture is water is asked, let us start with water. No, because water, on each and every process, it is removed, then replaced. Removed and replaced. So many changes in water, it will be difficult to track it from there. Which would be easier? To track the alcohol. So alcohol will always be reduced by 1/4. So into 3/4 into 3/4. That means alcohol remained would be, it would be 81 by 256, right? Then what will be the water? Because the question is about water. 1 minus this, that is 175 by 256, and we are actually asked about percent. So you can actually multiply it with 100 to get the answer, but it would be difficult, wouldn't it be? Into 100 will take some time. So here I have already explained you in my previous videos. You can actually go to the I button and find the mental calculation trick to find out how quickly you can find the percentage things. So if you want to try this thing, you would actually do, say roughly 250, right? So 10% will be 25. If it is 250, roughly 256, 25.6. Let us assume 10% to be 25, 25 sevens are. So it is around 70%. So around 70%, whatever are the options. So if one option is say 69 and one is 71, then you don't need to get confused. It's also easy, because if had it been 250, it was 70%, right? It is actually 256. When the amount in denominator is bigger, the value gets lesser, right? If you understand this, again you can go to that I button, check everything. I have explained everything, because this is also important, the calculation. We are not given calculators, and sometimes even if we are given, it is the screen calculator which will take more time than this kind of the approximation trick. If you know this, you will straight away know it is around 70%, but because the denominator is greater, it will be lesser than this. So something lesser than 70%, maybe around 69. Now if you say that, sir, what if there is also 69.3%, 68.4%, 68.8%, something like this, then actually also there is a method in that particular video. All we have to do is, we'll make a round figure in the denominator. So what we'll do? Minus 6. Now we already roughly know it is 70%, right? So what is 70% of 6? Easy, 4.2. So it will be 175 minus 4.2 will be what? 170.8 divided by 250 and into 100. So when you will do into 100 for percentage, it would be 1708 divided by 25. 10 I have just cancelled. So this is going to be, we know the table of 25 at least. 25 6 are 150, 200, 8 by 25 is 0.32. So 0.3%, roughly something like this, right? Very easy. So this is all given in that particular video. Go to the I button, watch that video where actually percentage can be easily done. Actually, it is the second video of that playlist. So all you need to go is to go to that percentage playlist. I already provided the I button. Go to the second video. That is where all these techniques are given. So that is the combination of everything, you know, like first of all the conceptual clarity and then the calculation trick. Fine, and that is what Bititude does. Bititude gives you shortcuts in each and every aspect. Alright then, let's move forward. Again, pause this video, try to do it on your own first. Alright, look here, a vessel is full of mixture of spirit and water. So right now at the beginning there is a mixture, so we cannot put 1 in the beginning. Are you clear? Alright, in which there is 18% spirit, that means 82% is water. Now we will understand what is replaced, what by what is it replaced by, water or is it replaced by spirit. 10 liters are drawn off and it is filled up with water. So it is replaced by water. Don't touch water. We will always take spirit. So spirit was initially 18%. Okay, it was 18%, and then if 1/3 is taken out, we will multiply it with 2/3. If 1/5 is taken out, we will multiply it with 4/5. But here they say 10 liters are drawn off. So we don't know 10 liters as a fraction how much, because we don't know what was the total. So what we'll do? 18% multiplied by something. I don't know what is that fraction. 10 liters is what fraction, we don't know. So some fraction is removed and now it is 13.5%. Look, because it is percent is divided by 100 will be cancelled at both sides. So I can write down like this. So your x is equal to 135 by 180. So 45 into 3, 45 into 4. So 3/4. That is what your x is. Now you must be able to interpret it. So what you are doing, you are multiplying your initial liters or initial portion with 3/4. What does that mean? If you are multiplying with 3/4, that means 1/4 is withdrawn. We can understand that. So if spirit is getting reduced by 1/4, that means total mixture is also reduced by 1/4. That we already know. So 1/4 is actually withdrawn and 1/4 is actually given as 10 liter. So 1 will be actually 10 into 4, 40 liters. That's it. That's your answer. So look, after a good amount of practice, you are not supposed to write anything. You will directly understand that it was 18% spirit and it became 13.5. So how much was removed? 4.5. 4.5 out of 18 is exactly 1/4, right? So 1/4 is removed, 1/4 is 10 liter, total is 40. You hardly need a pen. 10-second job. You waste your time reading the question, maybe 5 seconds plus 10, 15 seconds, your job is done. And this is what Bititude is all about. It is just that you have to understand your own logical trick. Fine, it is nothing new, as you can see, very simple trick, no alligation mixture required, not any number imagination method is required. Alright then, Let's move to the next one. Again, pause the video first. Alright, now as soon as we look at the question, we understand that 12 liters is withdrawn and it is then filled with water. Again 12 liters of mixture is withdrawn, again it is filled with water. So 2 times, right? 2 times. Now just understand, it was full of wine. We'll always start it with wine, right? Because it is replaced with water. So wine, it was 1 because it was full of wine, into. Now we don't know 12 liters in terms of fraction. We don't know whether it was 1/3 or 1/4 or 2/3. So what we do? Into x, into x, into x. 2 times it was done. And now how much wine is left? Wine left is, okay, the ratio of wine to water is this. So wine left is actually 361 divided by total of this, which is 400. Fair enough. So that means x square is this, and we know whose squares are these numbers, 19 and 20. So we can say x is equal to 19 by 20. Now the most important part, interpret it. You are multiplying it with 19 by 20. That means how much it is getting reduced by? 1 by 20. So 1 by 20 is removed. And now if wine is removed, reduced by 1 by 20, total mixture is also taken out like 1 by 20. So 1 by 20 is nothing but 12 liters. So total is nothing but 12 into 20, 240 liters. Is it the question? Yes. How much does the cask hold? 240 liters. As simple as that. And this is how it can get as easy as this, right? Alright then. Let's move to the next one. Excuse me. Pause the video, try to do it on your own first. Should be very easy if you understand this. Look, it says 60 liters cask full of wine. And then it is replaced with water. So we'll always start with wine. Fine. And now we are actually supposed to find out the exact quantity of wine. So either you take it with 1 or you can take directly 60 as well if you want to find out the quantity. In this beginning, the quantity was 60, right? Because right now we are not supposed to find out proportion, the quantity as well. So we can put initial quantity as 60. Now try to understand, our method is always proportional change. So if 24 liters, doesn't that means 12 twos are and 12 fives are? 2/5 is withdrawn. That means your quantity will become 3/5. Fair enough. Next time 12 liters of mixture is withdrawn and replaced with water. So 12 is nothing but 12 by 60, 1/5. 1/5 is actually withdrawn. 1/5 is withdrawn. That means it will reduce to 4/5 of the original. Later 30 liters, 30 out of 60 is half. Half is taken out. That means half is removed and half is left. So that's what we are supposed to find out. The quantity of wine left in the cask. That's about it. 5 twos are 10, so 0 will get cancelled. 6 threes are 18, 4s are 70, 2 by 5, that would be 144 by 10, so 14.4. Right? As easy as this, it can get easy. Very simple. Fine? So nothing else. It's just bits and pieces. If you really understand the concept of multiplying factor in its real sense, you will be able to apply in any case. Fine. Whenever there is replacement question, whether they are asked from right to left or left to right, from up to down or down to up. Fine. You can apply it either way. Just try to make your concepts clear. Alright then. Here again, you can do it first on your own. Look. X liters is drawn off. As soon as you see this, you know we cannot understand how much fraction. Alright. Now, cask was full of milk. So, it is filled with water. So, we will not touch water. We will say milk. It was full. So, it was 1. Now, we don't know X liters is how much in a fraction. We will say into K. And this process is repeated 2 more times. So, in total, it is done 3 times. Right? Into K, into K, into K. And now, milk to water ratio becomes this. So, how much is milk now? Milk is actually 8 by sum of these two, 27. Right? So, now we know K cube is this. So, whose cubes are this number? 2 and 3. So, you can know K is nothing but 2 by 3. And now, interpretation is the key. That means, when you have multiplied your number by 2 by 3, that means it is reduced by 1/3. If milk is reduced by 1/3, mixture is also reduced by 1/3. We know this particular drill. So, mixture is reduced by 1/3. Now, we already are given total is 78 liters. So, how much is the 1/3 of 78? 78 by 3 is nothing but 26. That means 26 liters is the value of X. We are all the time reducing it by 1/3. That means we are withdrawing or replacing 1/3 of 78 liters, 26 liter each and every time. Simple enough, fair enough. That is the thing. If you understand the concept, it's pretty easy. Fine. So actually, after a good amount of practice, you will directly understand, okay, 3 times it is reduced. So 8 by 27, 2/3, 1/3 is reduced, 1/3, 78 is 1/3, 26 liters. 10-second job. Once you understand the question, take 10 seconds even to understand the question, no worries. But once you understand it properly, you will be able to answer 26 liters without using the pan within 10 seconds. And that is what we want, right? Please practice it. Some of you might be getting it right now, some of you are getting it, but may not be able to apply it. So practice. Practice the same technique on this kind of the questions. The thing is that I am actually including all different kind of questions that are available on this kind of the questions. Alright then. Obviously, which are actually relevant to your exam. Fine. I am not asking you very difficult questions which are never going to be asked in your exam. There is no point of going for those questions. Alright then. Again, what you can do it on your own first, pause the video. Well, as soon as we look at this, 16 liters are drawn off from a 80 liter cask full of mixture of milk and water. Now we know 16 liters is drawn off, that means 1/5 is drawn off. So your quantity will be multiplied by 4 by 5. But which quantity? Is it replaced by water or milk? Then filled with water. So we will say milk. So your milk will be whatever it was, but here we are not given how much it was in the initial stage. So I'll say initially it was I. Initially it was I. It is multiplied by 4 by 5. These processes repeated 2 more times. So that means into 4 by 5 into 4 by 5. Now your milk actually, they are saying this is the ratio. So how much is the milk? 48 divided by sum of these two will be 125. Now it's very easy to solve it because 5, 5, 5, it is 125 will be cancelled here. This 4, 4s are 16 will be cancelled here. 3. So your initial quantity is 3 by 4, right? When this 4 will go that side, 3 by 4. So your initial quantity was 3 by 4. Now what is the question? Find the initial quantity of water. This is the proportion 3/4. 3/4 of what? Initial total liters were 80 all the time. So 3/4 of 80. So that will also give you the absolute quantity, which is nothing but 60 liters. Isn't it easy? That's what it is. If you understand this concept, whether you need to go from right to left or left to right or up to down and down to up, you will be able to apply it. You don't have to mug up various formula to answer this question. Fair enough? Alright then, let's move to the next one. Again, you can pause the video, try to do it on your own first. Here, look, this is a bit tricky. 309 ml bottle was full of alcohol. So again, alcohol was full. If it is replaced by refilled with water, will not touch the water, will think about alcohol. It was full. 1. 25% was served. So 1/4, it is reduced by 1/4. It is getting multiplied by 3/4. Now, again, now this is the first time. Second time, some XML. So second time we don't know this XML is what proportion, what fraction of total. So second time some ml was removed. I don't know how much. I would say multiplied by maybe K, right? I don't know that proportion, how much is removed. And refilled with water, the quantity of alcohol. Now look, here we are not given the final alcohol directly. We are not given that. But they have said the quantity of alcohol exceeds quantity of water by 90 ml now. So alcohol plus water we already know total is 309 and the difference is 90. Can we find the quantity of alcohol? Pretty easy. If you know what I have already explained you in some previous videos, you will be knowing it is nothing but 309 plus 90, 399 by 2. Now for those who haven't watched that video, I am going to tell you what it is. Now whenever we are given two equations, one the sum and one the difference. The sum is obviously 309 alcohol plus water, the difference is obviously given as 90. Now these two equations if you add, obviously plus water minus water will be cancelled. 2 times alcohol will be 399. So alcohol will be nothing but 399 by 2. But we are not supposed to make these equations each and every time, because this particular thing is asked so much frequently in so many different questions. So whenever the sum is given, difference is given, the bigger number is sum of them divided by 2. It's the same thing, I already proved it, right? So now you can understand the quantity of alcohol will be 309 plus 90, 399 by 2, and total always remains 309. Fine. So alcohol's proportion now is total alcohol divided by total mixture. That's it. Just solve this. So K is equal to, you can actually say this 2 actually will go this side, right? Okay, this 3 actually will do 133. So this 4 will go to this side, 2 will be cancelled, 2 will still remain. So 266 by 309. Now it is interpretation time. You have to interpret it. What does this actually mean? You are multiplying with 266 by 309. That means how much it is reduced? We know if we are multiplying with 2/3, 1/3 is removed. 1 minus that, right? If we are multiplying something with 3/5, 2/5 is removed. We have already seen that. So 1 minus this, how much of alcohol is removed in this particular time? How much of alcohol is removed? Is it 43 by 309, right? 43 by 309 is the fraction, proportion of total which is removed. Now total is obviously 309. So these of 309 is nothing but 43. So 43 ml is removed here. The answer is 43 ml. And that's the thing. If you understand, if you know the technique, if you actually understand the thing, no question can defeat you. But if you are memorizing something, okay, sir is doing like this, let me also do like that. It will not work in the real exam if the question is something different, somewhat different than what I already taught. And there are every chances in this particular world of competition that a new kind of question may come. So be prepared, try to understand the method in its real sense. Alright? Okay then. What about this one then? This very important question. It is asked in the exam, but it is very interesting. First, try to do it on your own. Now look, as soon as you look at the question, you will feel, sir, this is going to be very difficult. It is difficult because you have become slave of the method. You are not visualizing the real things as they are. You are again becoming the slave of the method, that what is sir doing? Sir is always doing like, okay, because we are replacing it with water, sir is always doing, okay, alcohol is equal to, it was full, so you will say, okay, 1, then 5%, so you will say 5 by 100, 1 by 20 is removed, so you will say, okay, then it is 19 by 20, then it is 10%, so 10%, that is 1 by 10 is removed, so into 9 by 10, and into, now, there is no need of doing this, because it is done for 20 times, for 20 days. Is there any point of doing this? No. Why? You don't understand one thing. What you don't understand, just don't become slave of any method, just try to visualize what it is asked. We are supposed to find out. So ultimately on the 20th day, he finishes 100% of the bottle. He finishes the whole bottle, and we are supposed to find out whatever mixture he has drank in 20 days. Whatever mixture, because on the first day it was neat, right? 5% neat alcohol. From second day onwards, it was always a mixture. Fine? Because then the water was there, always a mixture. So in total, out of total mixture, whatever he has drunk, what percent was alcohol, right? Now imagine this, there was a bottle full of alcohol, at the end it is empty. Did we put any alcohol in between? It was always replaced by water. That means how much alcohol we did drink? The whole one bottle, isn't it? 100% bottle. What, the bottle was full of alcohol. So what you have to understand, alcohol by total mixture into 100. This is what is questioned, right? Just define what you are asked. Total alcohol consumed divided by total mixture consumed into 100. Total alcohol consumed, you are not supposed to find out like this, because it's pretty simple. One bottle, that's it, 100%. 100% bottle. And mixture, first day you consumed 5% of mixture, second day you consumed 10%, third day 15%, last day 100%. So it is actually 5 plus 10 plus 15 up to 100, right? Nothing else. 5 is the common, So that means 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus up to 20. And we know the sum of natural numbers 1 to 20 is nothing but excuse me, n plus 1 by 2. There is a direct formula. It is just the arithmetic progression formula. So that means 20 into 21 by 2. 20 into 420 by 2 is 210. 210 into 5 is nothing but 1050. So this is the fraction, right? 10 by, or you can say 2 by 21. And in percentage terms, just multiply it with 100. So in percentage term, it would be 200 by 21%, right? So if you solve this, 21 into 9 is 189. 189. 11 is the remainder. So that's it, right? 2 by 21 is 9, 11 by 21%, or you can say roughly 9.5%, something around that. 9.5 plus a bit, maybe 5.3, 5.4, 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, something like that. Fair enough. So that is what Bititude is all about. Try to understand everything logically. There is no better shortcut than the conceptual clarity. Fine. If you actually enjoyed this lecture and if you want to see a similar kind of video, I can give you the I button where we are actually using the same multiplying factor method to solve the questions of profit and loss. Specifically those questions where there is a dishonest seller who mixes some milk to water, or maybe who actually cheats in weight, right? Like he gives only 900 gram instead of 1 kilo. All those questions you can go to that I button and watch it. Same method, but still equally effective in even different kind of topic. So that's the thing. If you understand this normal kind of concept, normal fundamental, you can actually this particular concept not only in profit loss, not only in allocation mixture, also to the percentage, also to the I would say simple interest, compound interest, even also to some questions of data interpretation. Fine. So that is what it is all about. Learn the concept in its real sense. Alright then. Great news is we have got our Bititude app. All you need to do is to go to the Google Play Store, type Bititude, our app will be the first, just download it. Fine. If you want to know how actually you can use the features of this Bititude technique, go to the I button, it will explain everything to you. And if you are actually pursuing one of these courses, and if you want to know about the Bititude online packages on these courses, I am giving you another I button, it will give you all the idea about it. Fine. And still if you have got some queries, you can actually call on this number and your query will be resolved. Fine then. So if you really like this video, please like it, share it with your friends. That's the most important thing. Share your knowledge. Don't gather the knowledge, share it. You will be able to increase your knowledge by sharing it. Fine. So please do that for me. Don't be selfish, and because we also need appreciation, like more and more people watching our video really make us motivated, and that's what we really want. Alright then, yes, subscribe to my channel in case you haven't done it yet, and please hit that bell icon next to it, because hitting that bell icon will ensure that you are going to get notifications about my new videos, and you could be the first to watch all my new videos together. Alright then, keep watching, keep learning, keep enjoying.